Yvonne, it was a year ago this weekend that Wynne changed forever. Dozens of homes and businesses were completely destroyed. Now, we spoke to the mayor of Wynne, and she tells us that at least 1/3 of Wynne's housing was affected or completely lost. To date, nearly $5 million has been spent by the city to rebuild, and the mayor estimates the total amount of damage to the city could easily cross the $160 million line. Now, one of those buildings that was completely destroyed was Wynne High School, the town's only high school. But something that couldn't be destroyed by that EF3 tornado was the spirit of the town of Wynne, the city with a smile, as they say. In fact, some say that spirit is stronger than ever.
It was 4:30 p.m. on March 31st, 2023, when a tornado first touched down in western Cross County, Arkansas. That tornado quickly intensified and roared toward a town of 8,000 people.
Wynne, Arkansas, you have got to be in your tornado safe place this second.
The EF3 tornado hit Wynne with winds as high as 150 miles an hour. 4 people were killed and dozens were hurt. The tornado destroyed homes, businesses, and the town's only high school, Wynne High. Principal Dusty Meek remembers getting the call he never thought he'd get.
About that time, I had a coach and his wife, or actually 2 of them, that had gone to the old high school, the gym. They said the high school's gone. I mean, it's just kind of like, well, I mean, what do you do? It really was tough.
It was especially tough for seniors like Megan Hess, just weeks away from her senior graduation.
We're supposed to walk across the field in like a month and a half, and like we don't have a field to walk across. We don't have hallways to walk down to class anymore. I could see into my math class that I sat in my senior year.
After salvaging what they could from the school and moving classes to a nearby community college, the time came to plan for senior graduation. While the ceremony couldn't take place on their home football field like normal, the seniors did get something special.
The turf, some of the yard lines were left, and we were able to cut out a 3. And then we're like, well, let's try to find a 2. And I mean, it's just had to be a miracle in itself, as over in the corner where some of the turf was mangled and still together, there was a 2. And we were able to get the 2, so we laid out the 2 and the 3, and the graduates, as they came in and walked in, they all got to walk over a piece of home as we were coming in, and that was really special.
Once the class of 2023 graduated, focus shifted to planning and constructing a temporary school building, one that could be used for several years while a new permanent school was constructed.
I mean, we kind of divided and conquered, and we designated different things and really came together to get that done.
And they did get it done in record time. The foundation was poured in July, and by the first week of September, students filled the walkways of the temporary Wynne High School. At first glance, it may look a little unusual. Students have class in glorified shipping containers, and the cafeteria and auditorium are intense with PVC walls. But on the inside, it's just like any other school.
I said this is all of our career classes. We've got our East Lab, broadcast. We have our teaching class, business classes.
A few buildings over, you'll find the gymnasium, complete with that Wynne yellow jacket at center court. Principal Meek said they're adding small touches to make this feel more like home.
Of course, when they put the awnings over and they've added the lights in the evening, and you kind of get a hallway feel as you come through.
Planning is well underway for the new permanent Wynne High School, expected to be completed by 2026. For now, the school site is an empty field, still full of memories.
It's like, man, I'm grateful for these 4 years that I did have here. Like, I'm grateful that I got to be a part of it.
Hopefully this fall we'll be able to break ground on the new school, and then from there it's an 18 to 24 month project. Right now we're focusing on the now and worried about what we got to do here to get these kids graduated, ready to be successful.
Now, as you heard, it's going to be a few more years before the school building is officially open and ready to accept students. But this morning we are standing in something that has already been rebuilt. That is the Wynne Yellow Jacket football stadium. New turf is down, new lighting, new stands, and it's just a sign of how this community is continuing to move forward.